The early years of America was the story of black laborers leaving their homeland and being exploited to work in plantations. To some extent, the society of South is based on agriculture. Today, I'm going to talk about Southern plantations and those changes by perspective of William Faulkner. Plantation constituted and contributed a large sector of American Southern economy in tropical regions. Agricultural production was the economic engine of American South, with crops such as cotton, indigo, sugarcane, and tobacco. However, as a newly founded continent, America was sparsely populated, which caused another problem of inadequate labor force. More and more labor became the first requirement to satisfy the needs of huge plantations. The martial inconsistency of slavery existing within a nation founded upon the sanctity of individual freedom was well recognized in the early days of American history. During the Civil War, the population of America has been tripled, and the massive available land was explored into plantations owned by the white. The plantation economy of South is based on slavery system, not only just an economic form but also lifestyle at the time. The economy that took family as working unit appeared to bloom, to make white people's life abundant and fill their lives with hope and success. Just like Alan Tate said, the Southern people were more sensitive to family, community, and Southern places prosper or fail, the honor or disgrace than the Northern people. William Faulkner, one of the most important modern American writers, who told the story from the very early moment that the first group of colonists tricked over local Indian people land for plantation. In his novel A Rose Family, William Faulkner focuses his description on how family began to feel and how their emotions started to crash. The family in A Rose Family is not only obviously noble, but also insanely rich, which can be seen from the Revolution style and position in town of the estate. When Mr. Grayson died, the glory house in the past has been long out of maintenance, shabby and ugly compared with the modern atmosphere around. At last, the member of my family, Emily, still kept an elegant appearance, despite she has no longer had in grasp the real power to rule. She still struggled between old tradition and new society after the change of society. Emily lost her financial support of life. She had left to find a new way, and she needs to put down that elegant gesture to mingle in common. In another literature, the Sun and the Fury is constantly in common to describe the downfall of plantation business and the family industry of American South. Mr. Compson is the third generation of family. Compared with his grandfather who set up the family with a square miles land, and his father who fought for the war as a military leader, Compson the third seemed not to be able to receive the family's business. As a lawyer, he never accepted cases, so there is no income to give Candy, his daughter, a decent wedding, and to pay the Quentin, his son, the college tuition. The situation pushed Compson to sell his last piece of pasture. From his story itself, we can read that it's left in a corn mill is now going to be called the Compson's family growing west around the only one shabby house, land, pasture, and labor force used to stand for plantation owners' power, symbolizing the owner's social status. From what is analyzed about William Faulkner's family development, we can see the similarities between his family story and his contributed to writing the frictions. Nevertheless, we could treat the part of this series as a reflection of William Faulkner's own life with his family background. The description that two families only cares to obtain honor, social respect, and such vainglories. The family were without love but contoured perspective of life and value, and that they lost their basic judgment of right or wrong, proved that the South was collapsing.